Now, Siu Nim Tao, let's talk about Tan Saos. Okay? Tan Saos is a very important hand in Wing Chun because you could say Wing Chun, when you talk about Tan Saos, people know about Wing Chun already. Okay? Generally, it's to train a concept, your elbow position. The Tan Saos, because it's similar, it's in the position that leads to the punch. Alright? Now in Siu Nim Tao, you could say Tan Saos, there's 3 Tan Saos in Siu Nim Tao. The first Tan Saos is to develop the Lat Sao Jik Chung, or the elbow energy. So when you start, you should not move your hand out, but instead you should slowly use your elbow to drive the hand out, slowly. A consistent forward energy. Alright? Now some people, when they first train, they might stand there and they move a little bit, they might stop or they might carry on. So that's not really training the concept correctly, because you're not reinforcing the consistent or forward energy. It is better for you to start off with just say 10 count, okay? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You stop and you're in a perfect position where you're in a fixed elbow position, 1 fist to a thumb away. And every time you do it, you always finish in the same spot, which means you have developed consistency in the timing and control of the energy. So that every time you train, you do the same if you don't have enough time. That way, you subconsciously program or recalibrate your body to have that consistent forward energy. That forward energy will turn into Lat Sao Jik Chung later on. We'll discuss that in a later time. Okay, so that's the first training of your Tan Saos. The second training of your Tan Saos is in the last session when you're doing this Tan Saos. Okay, it's a pre-contact stage. Is to train to receive a punch when someone just come in at you, whether doing a cross and you're moving in to receive it. All right, that's a different type of energy. You don't have contact. So when you first train, you should start off slowly and build up the, depending from different partner, you should get some lightweight, medium weight to heavyweight. Slowly build it up so someone really throw a good hook at you. And then when you do it correctly, you receive it with the whole structure. And then the Tan Saos has to go forward and slightly down like an airplane landing at the same time to offset and control the balance. Okay? Later on we'll demonstrate that in a separate video. And the last Tan Saos, which also in the last session, where you already have contact, you're finishing from the Bong Sao back into the Tan Saos area, okay? Before you do a Dai Jiang. Now, again, that's an important concept. It means you're already in contact during your Chi Sao or whatever, or in a Bong Sao. You drop into a Tan Saos. Now, the common error where most people is they actually drop completely, meaning they drop the contact point or they move away, deviate away from the center, where you're open to strike. The key in that last one is to maintain that contact point, that center, where you don't lose it. And then you can still take, don't even retract back. You have to carry forward. So it's like a spiral effect and just forward and move into the target and continue to hit. So there are times temporary when you fight and you're hitting the target. We don't volunteer Bong Sao. Many people like to go, oh, you hit me, I do the Bong Sao. So the Bong Sao doesn't give you any threat. There's a better way. If I know I'm fighting you, I'm going to hit you. This is much more effective than posing a Bong Sao, because I don't give you any threat. Right? If I pose a Bong Sao, you're going to jump or hit me, and I bong again, and hit again, bong again, and hit again. It's not to my advantage. However, there are times where you can use it when you're punching the line and their kill sao is quite heavy, controlling your center. You might temporarily switch and replace the line again. Okay? And that's the time, that's why they call Bong Sao but Ting Lao. Bong Sao never remains still. Right? Because if the punch isn't heavy, I can take the center. It is much better for me to move in and strike the guy and finish it. Okay? Other things where Bong Sao might be used is you've been grab or pull, you follow to jam them, or you've been attacked by surprise because my hands are down, might not come up quick enough. my hand is too far. If a fist coming here is too far, it is much quicker. My elbows are closer to simply do and then follow through again to finish off. Okay, so that's when you first learn Siu Nim Tao, the Tan Sao. Later on in Cham Kiu, we'll talk about the three Bong Sao. Okay, the Pao Bong, the Yi Bong, and the Dai Bong. Now that's all for now for Siu Nim Tao.